Welcome everybody, this is Joy Division with another Scythe video. Today I'm looking at a Saxony game against Polania and Nordic. So a 3-player match, and what you'll notice right away is that my objectives are very good. Both of these objectives are doable and I intend to complete both of them. So that's 2 stars I can plan around when I'm thinking about my build order here. Had a little bit of a connection problem, but it's all good now. Everyone's here, no bots. And I'm using the mechanical board. So if we talk about what that means for Saxony, and for me specifically, it means I'm going to have to get 2 or more upgrades before it becomes efficient. However, the fact that I can do 2 out of my objectives really saves honestly saves this strategy here, because now I can focus on just one bottom row action and pick up the rest by moving. So that's huge. If I didn't have 2 objectives, it'd be pretty tough to finish in a timely manner. So I'm gonna get some power, build some mechs, and get 8 workers. I don't have to worry about building, enlisting, or upgrading very much. I want the game to end fast, and because Nordic is on industrial, there's a good chance it will. They're also probably trying to rush the game, so that plays well into having some combat options. Whereas if they were a more economic board and Polania maybe wasn't rushing, it could take a while. So first mech is out by blue. I'm going to follow here. We both have speed now. The mechanical board is really close to being amazing, but it's just a little too expensive. Okay, that's a good find there for Polania. They get a lot of metal, so we'll have to make sure we keep an eye on them. They have a mine and enough metal for some mechs. We're hoping to see. Ooh, nice. So we can get a mech right now, but we'd like to get the coin and the power for making our own. I can't get enough food, but I'm going to take that option anyway because of the worker. The worker means I don't have to produce as many times, because instead of going from 2 workers to 3 workers, I can now go from 3 to 5 in one produce. So that's big. But yeah, like I was talking about, the mechanical board is so expensive. Like, I just got 3 food and it's still not enough for an enlist here. So Nordic's definitely going to be the first one to the factory. Based on what card they take, we'll know maybe if it's worth going there. Because of Divide and Conquer, we might not get to the factory at all this game, and that's okay. Like, we'd rather get the star from that objective than get a factory card, in my opinion. So Nordic went to exclusively metal with the workers. We got 5 workers on metal, and a pretty good factory card. We would have liked to have that. I think I'm going to eat my words here. I feel like that card specifically might be better than a star, just because you can continuously go for combats over and over. This is good though. We have a higher worker count than we otherwise would at this time, so with 2 mechs here, I'm going to be able to set up really nice to finish those stars. So once I make underpass, I can move 3 workers out to the village tunnel and 2 workers to iron, and then with my final produce, I'll get all the metal I need to finish my mech star. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, underpass, then I'll be ready to move out. Nordic could throw a wrench in things if they decide to go for the encounter in the bottom right of your screen, the metal one, but I don't think they will. Polania going a little slower than I thought, especially with the mine so early. And I think the encounter they would have liked to grab is the one that Nordic is getting right now. Um, though they probably have more coins than the rest of us, so there's a trade-off there. Oh my gosh, that one is so good. I love that encounter. It's not the best, but it's very, very solid. Okay, time to do our classic base transport. Now, if I'm able to get one food here, that's really nice, because I'll get an enlist without even trying. Yikes. Okay, probably the power, because a building is kind of worthless. Yeah, I'm just going to take the power. I could maybe get the power star. It's a little redundant because I don't need to get it. I'd rather get combats. Yeah, I can actually get the power star if I don't get any fights in the next 3 turns. But with Nordic having 4 mechs, like, there's just no way. There's so many targets. I'm gonna make disarm. I'm gonna be able to jump on tunnels. I'm not gonna get the power star, but I could. Okay, so that's 2 mechs for white. You'll notice they put both on the wood tunnel, and that's because Nordic can go directly into the wood tunnel. So they're playing good defense there. They're coming to say hi to me, which is funny. I thought they might go to the factory, but this is okay. Okay, so we have divide and conquer, so we don't need to go charge the factory anyway. But this is really important because Nordic just used their regular move and they left 2 units on a tunnel. So I can make my disarm mech right now and know that those mechs will still be there on my move turn. So this is huge. I'm looking at potentially 2 combat stars in 1 turn with disarm to make my opponent significantly weakened for the rest of the game. So that move was like great news for me. I'm going to be able to spread out, pick up a bunch of stars, and it's only turn 11. So I know it doesn't look like I'm doing so well with only 3 coin, but things are about to light up here. Where would white's last building go? I'm not sure. The tough part about Polania in this game is they've only gotten 1 encounter, and Nordic has just like swallowed up the entire board, so that's rough. Most Nordic boards do not do this, so that's like pretty bad luck for white. Okay, here's our disarm turn. We're going to be able to spread and attack. Nordic's at 7 power, but they're probably going to be at 0 after this because if they don't spend any power, they still lose 4 from this, so they might as well spend the rest. Where to spread? So I need to diversify. I have to be very specific about where I put my workers here. I'm going to leave 1 on the iron. I've already dropped 1 on the... I already have some on the village, so the most difficult one to get is actually food. So I'm going to go to the food tunnel, drop 1, and then attack the other mech there. And I'm also going to try to grab the wood tunnel. So here we go. Food. If I win the oil fight, I will have finished diversify. But I'm not going to turn it in. Okay, so you do the one you care the least about first. So that would be the iron fight for me. This is important because this is going to be the strongest Nordic ever is. They will have less power next fight. So they're probably going to spend, if they were going to spend, they're going to spend it now. That's why I was saying you wanna do the fight you care the least about first. Still thinking here. Yeah, so... Oh, that was close. I almost got it. Oh, they got away with that one. Okay, this one I have to make sure I max them. Unfortunately, my cards are really bad, so I have to spend some power, but fortunately I have a ton of power to spend, so this is okay. It would have been really nice, though, to win both. Alright. Do Divide and Conquer. I'm going to hold Diversify, because I think there's a really high chance I don't get knocked around before I'm ready to end. And you don't want to appear like you're going to end too soon, right? So like if I turn Diversify in and then I bolster, all of a sudden I'm at 5 stars, and that opens up some really bad plays against me, to where people could force me in positions where I have to lose fights to avoid losing the game. So holding on to Diversify is very important in this case. Alright, we get to cycle out of 2. Wow, Nordic has had some amazing cards. That's at least 2 5s that I've seen. Okay, so we finish our mech. We're going to put it on the tunnel. And then we're going to be ready to finish this game. So with one more fight and our objective, that's GG. If you look around, we've still got the 5 tiles covered. So we've got the food, oil, wood, iron, village. But if we lose one, we have access to a lot within our base. Again, the only difficult one, that's a great encounter, by the way. The only difficult one is going to be food if we lose that. Yeah, tough game for Polania. They're like pretty close to a lot of stars, but they haven't quite punched any of them in, and this game is not going to go very long. Okay. If Nordic stays put, I think we're all good. I think this really just puts into perspective how good some of the other combinations are in this game. As like, this is a very low scoring finish, but it's fast. However, compared to some of the other boards that exist, this is a joke. They would never stand up. Like, our highest scorer right now is 37. 14 turns is pretty quick, but there's faster that score higher. So there's some really scary things out there in this game. Okay, we lost one worker, but that one is redundant. It doesn't affect our objective. Nordic pumping up their total, but we're still going to be able to get a fight from them. Yeah, we've got this. Okay. Now, I'm going to go for the main character here because it's not next to a lake. And that means that when I send him home, he goes all the way home rather than holding onto territory. I'm also going to hit... I don't need to hit anything else, really. I just need to send the main character home. The only other way I can make this territory swing occur while securing the fight is hitting villagers. But this is the best option for me here. So maximizing my spread, I'm going to go to a tunnel there. Then all I have to do is win this fight, which even with cards as bad as this, I've got the power to make it happen. Tough game for white. I'm sure they feel like more of a bystander than a player, but when you've got 2 rush boards like this, it happens sometimes. They kind of go head to head, and it's a little ugly, but there we go. 2 objectives, very fortunate to have those, and that's going to be game. Thanks all for watching. I've been super busy with a Scythe tournament, which has been very fun. Excited to talk about that in a future video perhaps, but should be making more of these in the near future, so stay tuned. This was Joy Division, and I'll catch you all next time.